Hello, dear friends. We are glad to welcome you on the roundtable, Global Crisis and a Role of Media in our society nowadays, which is the continuation of the international online conference Global Crisis. This already affects everyone. This conference was held on July 24th, 2021 on the platform of the ALLATRA International Public Movement and was simultaneously translated into 72 languages, including sign language. This event was organized by volunteers from more than 180 countries who understand the gravity of the situation, and it proved that when united, people can do everything. And by knowing that it was translated to 72 languages simultaneously, we understand that many people understand and feel the real threat of what is coming, and need in unity, need in spread this information around. And today's roundtable, we have guests from Egypt and from Sudan. Let me introduce everyone. We have journalist from Egypt and TV presenter for Egypt TV, Ahmed Yousif. We have with us Ahmed Abd El Megid, a journalist, and we have Omaima Elsadig. She's a student of business faculty in Sudan. And my co-host today is Alina. Alina.
Thank you, Olga. Hello, dear friends. Indeed, today we as humanity are standing on the verge of global changes, and we would really love to know the vision of our esteemed guest. So we are going to touch a vital topic of journalism in the times of global change, which concerns everyone. Dear friends, please share your opinion, your impressions of the conference which took place on July 24th. What do you think about it? How important it was? And what did you learn for yourself after watching this conference?
Thank you, Alina. Thank you, Mr. Ahmed Abd El Megid. Thank you, Olga. Thank you, the technical man, and all audience will see us on the YouTube. First and foremost, it's my pleasure to share you. This is a big issue about our Earth and our globe. I am from Egypt TV, and I am writer. I am concerned about the people from all the globe. But I think in the corona, in the climate change, etc. in the future, the big problem or the big enemy now in the life is the fear. The fear. Yes. We will talk about climate change, we will talk about corona, but the real enemy is the fear. And the rule of us as a scientific people, or as a media people, or as a thinkers or leaders, is to compromise between the reality we will face and the crisis we will face about the climate change, about the corona virus, about the electronic virus, about the disputes in all the world, and to reduce the propaganda about the fear, because people kills more by the fear, more than corona, more than the climate change, more than diseases. So our enemy for our audience is the fear. This is must to be so clear to our to all of us and all the world. And if we take the Middle East, for example, as Lebanon, for example, or Libya, or Iraq, or Syria, or Yemen, in the age of corona, and the international media rule, or the rule of the international media, there is a big problem. For example, now in Lebanon now become a failure state. And when I talk to the people this morning or every day, they are too upset. So where the people, where the social media, where the international media, where people from all the world to help this country, for example, to change from failure country to stable country. There is environmental crisis in Lebanon before. There is economic crisis now. There is a health crisis. There is a life crisis. So the media or the news, it be either lie about the truth, or it's not reflect the reality about the people in all the world. This is the big problem. At this Alatra initiative, it's my pleasure to be with you, and for all the world and all to Russia. We love all the world because we have the same source of love, the same source of God. So we must now to feel each other more, the oneness of us, really, not as a speech or as a word, and how to cooperate, how to help, how to exchange experiences, culture, and many things. So now the Middle East again have a big problem now for many countries like Lebanon now, or Syria, or Iraq, or Libya, or Yemen, or any country. How can we help them as a media, as a social activist, as a social media? I think there is a misinformation and disinformation about the reality. Now, the scientific media is very important in the crisis time. This is one, the scientific media. The role of everyone to maximize his consciousness or her consciousness is very important, because now in the age of Corona and in the age of crisis, the competition and the examination of life about the consciousness. We now in the new age. We need a new head. We need to renew our intention and to renew our hearts. We must try to cooperate and find solution about this fear, about the climate change. This is very important. So I am from media, but my question to all the world: did the media reflect the love, the peace, the consciousness, to make people come more happy, or it's produce a news about the fear? The media must to have a new rules in all the world to produce love and peace. I think if media produce love and peace, it's not will work, because media try to make the disputes, to make the war between countries, between the ideas of war, to make a big crisis. This is not real. So now the big rule is in social media, about the people, about how to self-learning about the truth, self-learning about the consciousness, self-learning about love and peace. We need all the world, from Ireland, from British, from Russia, from China, from USA, from Africa, from Middle East, all the world, how to build a new age of love and peace. Now Corona come with a big message. The big message: all of us are one. We are the same crisis, the same virus, the same climate change. Maybe it's different from country to country, from territorial to territorial. Okay, it's a little bit the differences, but as a big image, we must look at the big image. In the big image, it is the same problem. I come from the country called Egypt, if you know it. So the Egypt have big secret about the consciousness, about the ancient wisdom, so important in this age, about the energy, about to help all the world. That's why we have a pyramids here. So now I conclude my speech and about this. We need now to connect the pyramids to the world, connect the knowledge of the pyramids to all the world, connect the energy and love and peace in these pyramids to Russia and all the people. I love you all and thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank you so much.
very inspiring speech.
Thank you so much for your speech, and I agree with you. It's very important to gain trust back from people in mass media, and it's important for mass media to share the true picture, facts, but also instead of causing fear of people, give the solution or seek for solution together as people. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
And Ahmed Abd El Megid, don't you mind to share your opinion? What is the role of journalism in the time of change?
Okay, I will speak first. Thank you for all for this conference about journalists and the role of journalists. I present myself. I am founder of online newspaper. His name Al-Nashir means publisher, and rate of world publisher news worldwide for teaching people how use online media to face all crises all over the world, as artificial intelligence, how we can make balance between artificial intelligence and the human capital, how make balance between climate change and natural life, between natural life, and this is my role in life: educate people, transfer knowledge from someone who know to another person who don't know anything. As we facing now crisis of climate change all over the world. The people who kills the tree all over the world, then we faces a lot of crisis in climate change, and how we can not use natural tools to save our life, to save human capital, to use them to make big agriculture. Especially we need these tools to live good in our Arabic country, because we have a big of desert here in Arabic country. How we can use this journalist for make awareness for all people. So I can share with you something I was prepared from journalists. Climate crisis idea of investigate journalists. Investigative journalism and the climate change. We can take a rules for this. As you see in the screen, okay, we can derive solution for all people to adapt a climate change. You see this a lot of smoke make the earth is very hot. Okay, so we can make a lot of audience, establish a diverse climate desk, and make climate coverage for journalists. Learn the science. Don't internalize the pain. Lose the bitterly meant set. Help the heartland. Cover the solution. And we can't be afraid to make our point finger to people who broken this rule. We can also make focus on solution, and there is a list of 10 best practice. Say yes to the science to resolve the problem. The climate crisis, a story for every beat. Ditch the beat, build way. Okay. Avoid doom and gloom. We can also analyze everything in the world and use research to challenge leaders. Knowledge, as I tell, first we can use knowledge. We can educate our children all over the world how to make a tree because there is two rules in the life. One is the sun give us the world. The second is the tree give us, because the man make the environment the carbon, and the tree make us the oxygen. Then who give us the life? The sun. After that, in the earth, the tree. We can learn people this fact, because man can make pollution for the environment, but the tree can make environment clean, because the tree give us the oxygen for life. Then the oxygen return to make water in the life. So we can use this technology, especially in Arabic world, to make the better life not hot. Because your friend Alma now is Egypt. She always says to me, Egypt is very hot in the summer. So we can help people to make agriculture for the tree all over. We can make DH million of tree, 100 million of tree, to make supplement for our life, for better life of all. So this is my rule in journalism, to learn people how use the sun and how we make agriculture of the tree to make our area is not hot, not cold. It is better between hot and cold for tourists from Russia, from all over the world. We have in Egypt, we face this very, very hot from June, Luglio, August. After that, from September to May, it is very, very, very good environment for living. So this is my idea, how we can make millions of trees on our desert all over the world. Thank you for all. And this our lures in journalists online and journalism on TV and social media journalists, making awareness between the sun and how we can use the tree to make the better quality life for all. As Amazon forest in Brazil, when the man kill a lot of trees of Amazon, the hot become all over the earth, all over the world. Thank you for all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your speech. And as we seen from your speech, as we seen from the facts that were announced at the conference on 24th of July, we see that there are solutions that should be implemented already, and there are solutions they existing, and scientists and other people know the ways to make our planet better. But I also wanted to ask you, the conference also mentioned that without unity, we won't be able to make many changes, and unity should be in all the countries, and all the countries should unite towards one goal to make our planet better, to make our world better, to make our society better. And social media plays huge role in this. And you, as a journalist, what can you say about will union of people, uniting people, bring the major solution to all the crises which we face right now?
You need people is very, very, very good practice against policymaker to strange them to do the good practice for the environment to save life all over the world for all human capital.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. And in your opinion, what topics should be raised nowadays in our society, in the mass media?
How we can help teaching children and the youth the better technology to save climate change. We make awareness for this. We can educate people for this. I have made conference in American University with Dr. Salah Arfa, is a famous scientific, especially in energy, renewable energy, and I called him for contact Olga to making this conference to help. This conference was the last year. The name of the conference is The Sun of Egypt, to helping the people how use sun to help us to produce energy, food, save life, for everything. For energy, the Sun of Egypt for energy, water, and food. Thank you for all. I have made this conference with contribution of myself.
Thank you so much for everything you do, for looking and finding new solutions for using sun energy. And just like you mentioned in the conference, one of the conferences you participated, and this is great that we have still people who are seeking for better solutions to help our planet, to help our people, to help countries to overcome some crisis. And as we've seen during the conference, global crisis, this already affects everyone. Artificial intelligence, the technology, developed technology has made a great progress in society right now, in the healthcare industry, in other industries. And the question is, will it be we live in consumer society right now, and will this technology work for benefit of people, or will it work for the benefit of just a group of people? Before we use the new technologies, before we use the great progress of artificial intelligence, should we turn around the society format and to have creative society where the main value is human life, where first of all we take care of each other, and in this way the technologies, artificial intelligence will work on the benefit of all people. And thank you very much for your speech. And we have one more participant today, Omaima. And let me ask Omaima if she wants to share her opinion on the conference. Did anything resonate at the conference with you? What do you think about role of journalism in time of change? Omaima?
Hello everyone for the second time. Actually, the journalism had an important and effective role in expressing the opinions of citizens and in all the issues that concern their lives. And also it presenting proposals and solutions for everything to the affairs of their community to power. And it's a very important job great also. So, and also it's trying to inform the people of their rights, and it's so great actually. Maybe also represent an important pilot in achieving a democracy and strong and also society. So it was and it's still so great. But I'm trying to talk about what will happen if the journalists leaving from their main rules. It's make problems and make obstacles for the societies, because it's delivering the sound of citizens to the officials and to the world. So if they're leaving their main rules, it will affect on society, and the important problems will not see the light. For example, if we want to talk about the unemployment, so if we did not talk about it, if they don't knowing about it, it will take solve problem, and the economic crisis will grow up for a long time. So it will help us to know and take thinking about journalism. So I said the problem of journalists, if they're leaving their rules, will make all this problem, because their job, it's very important in the societies. So today, the journalism faces a challenge of professionalism, ethics, leadership, strategic planning, studies, and researches. And this is mean that focus must be placed on effective and systemic academic training, as well as containing education or courses to support them more and more. I guess that is all I have about journalism, and it's my honor to be here and sharing my opinion.
Thank you so much, Omaima. Yes, we are facing lots of challenges nowadays, including climatic change, economic crisis, and so many other issues we need to solve. But only in unity we can do it. Only in unity we can put an end of all these crises and issues. And for this purpose, we need to be as a whole. We need to be as one big family and really join our efforts in order to save the world, to save our lives of each and every person on the earth. Because regardless of where we live and what we do, we still people, and we want to have a good life. We want to have decent and prosperous life, and safe, first of all. And during almost 10 years, participants of ALLATRA International Public Movement conducted social survey, asking people what kind of world they would like to live in. And based on this research, the 8 foundations of creative society were established. And we would like to offer you to watch short video about the 8 foundations of creative society to learn more about our project. these foundations are what all people want, and every interview, every round table confirms once again that indeed they are the basis of our happy common future. And thank you so much, our dear guests, Ahmed and Omaima, for sharing your vision of what challenges we need to overcome to achieve creative society and how it can. Thank you.
Thank you so much for a great conversation today. And I'm sure that nowadays probably everyone had noticed the consequences of the global climate change on our planet. And it really nowadays affects everyone. And the role of social media, the role of every journalist is vital importance right now, because they have a big audience, they have the access to big amount of people, and the way they share information, the way they carry out the news affects what people gonna feel, what people gonna think, what actions they will take after hearing it. So let's be responsible for what we share. Let's be responsible for the information we share, and let's all together spread the news about creative society, that we can overcome any difficulties, any climate change, any crisis in our world. Only together, only in unity, we can achieve the creative society of peace, harmony, where every person safe. And I'm sure this is what every person wants nowadays. And thank you all speakers for a great conversation today. And more information about global crisis, about the conference, you can find on the latrinize.com website. You can also find a join button there. You can join Creative Society, and this way we'll see how many of us want to live in Creative Society. It's very easy form. You fill in and you press join button. Millions of volunteers are joined Creative Society project, and let's inform everyone that what we can do nowadays to make our life better, to make everyone's life better. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for all. Thank you very much for all. Okay.
Thank you.
See you in Egypt all.
See you in Egypt. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Omaima.
Thank you.
Thank you for finding your time for our conversation today.
All the team who's working hard to make this conversations good, and maybe these opinions we share it help us to make the societies united and strong more. And I just, it's my honor to be here with you. Thank you so much.
Once the earth used to be the blooming garden, but today we see we nearly killed it, but it's our common planet. Isn't it time to come back to parity? We are humanity. What is technology leading us to? Privatization in a consumer society will lead us to workless men on wild streets. What are we here for? Our planet can't cope anymore, and today we are at the edge, feeding a greediness which never ends. What are we here for? To destroy or to create a better world, a peace of
We've come to the edge of the abyss. Because of our actions, the earth is in disease. And this is the result of dividing the planet. We burn it and kill it, but she's keeping it silent. The patience of Mother Earth is coming to the end. We need to stop it, we have to understand. Nature can't cope with this anger and greediness. That's all because of disunity and weakness. We have been divided by so many religions, enough surrounding us with borders and regions. For centuries we have been enslaved, but only in unity we all can be saved. Today we have to say stop, and from this let's get up. New era can filled with love and connection, freedom for all without disaffection.
We are humanity. What is technology leading us to? Robotization in a consumer society will lead us to workless men on wild streets. What are we here for? Our planet can't cope anymore. And today we are at the edge, feeding the greediness which never ends. What are we here for? To destroy or to create a better world? They've been separating us for a long time. It's time to stop and see humanity cry.
The only way for us to stay alive is a creative society. If our God is one, then why are we separated? Why are we all so frustrated? Didn't he tell through the prophets, be brothers? And didn't the last prophet say, Allah is one?
Didn't Jesus say, you the Lord are one? You created the sky, the earth, and everything on it.
وإلهكم إله واحد لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم.